What's up, everybody? It is Thegoal60 here for Monday, June the 18th, 2018. So I hope everybody had a good weekend. Now it's time to jump right back into the baseball plays and move forward today where we have at least 4 official plays. So if you watched Friday and Saturday, you know that the Nationals were our only play Saturday and even yesterday because they lost Saturday. And looking back on it now, I failed to look at something, a parameter, and one that I've been letting slip, and that is the probable pitchers. And therefore, really, we probably would have passed on that series. As far as an official play, it would have definitely been an unofficial play because Scherzer was coming up in the second game on Saturday, and he was such a heavy favorite, somewhere around minus 210, minus 211. And looking back over hindsight 2020, of course, that should have been passed, but it wasn't. That was a mistake on my part, and I'm going to try to really push that for the rest of the year because it's been doing so well, with the official plays here lately that we didn't really need that. That was really a strong point that I emphasized early in the season, and then now as we're in the middle of summer, you don't get near as many games where the price is extremely high, or at least we haven't so far in June. But so I hadn't really focused on that, and now that I've seen that it kind of bit us there, it did bite us with Scherzer because he was 10-2 going in the game, lost the game to go 10-3, lost 2-0, and then yesterday they actually backed that up with an 8-6 loss. So going forward, that is going to be something that I'll pay a little more attention to, and hopefully it can help us out a little more. But with that said, let's jump into today where we do have 4 official plays. And there's no revenge plays today, but there is 4 RPI plays. And there's potential to be actually a couple more. So we'll get into the first one, which is Texas at Kansas City. So right now Texas is at .494, while Kansas City is at .443 and in the bottom 3. The price on Texas is a coin flip game. So in that case, from past, we would go with value, and the value is on Texas at minus 106. So Texas minus 106 is the play, the first one for today. Next, we also have a coin flip game, and that is with the Phillies at home against the Cardinals. Now, the Phillies are at .515, while the Cardinals are at 500 even. So therefore, 15-point RPI gap, you would look at the Phillies, and they're minus 104. So like I said, they're right there at that coin flip area. Now this particular game, you actually have a decision to make as far as what you feel more comfortable with, and that is, do you go with the value like I did at minus 104, or actually you can get the run line around minus 160. So as you know, 160 is not too bad. It is the top end that I always take and make official. I try to stay at that 150 or below, but I will go up to 160. So that was kind of the decision, and I just decided today to go with the value instead of being completely conservative on that game. Now, if this comes up again, it may be that I go with the run line. It's really just your preference and what you're comfortable with playing. And then the next one we have is San Francisco at home against the Marlins. The Giants are at .506, while the Marlins are at .478 on the RPI. And therefore, you look at the Giants, and they're at minus 155. So we will take the Giants at minus 155 to win. And then last, we have the Brewers at the Pirates, and the Brewers are at .518, while the Pirates are at .492. Now, the Brewers are the team that we're looking at on the road here, and they are minus 127. So minus 127 to win is what we're going to take there. Now, there's 2 more games that do not have, or I haven't seen a price for whatever situation. The first one is the Dodgers and the Cubs. The Dodgers are at .502, and the Cubs are at .524. Now with this one, you would also look at the Cubs, and I have seen a money line price where the Cubs are actually the underdog at around plus 110, plus 115-ish. That would put our run line, I really don't know which way it could go. It could be well within, right around the 150 mark, or it could be minus 200 or above. And really that's going to determine if it's an official play or not, is that run line price when it comes out. which one, how high is it. So just keep a watch on those if you're interested in that series. And of course, I'll update it tomorrow morning on the video, whether it came out as a official or unofficial. And then last, we have the Rays at the Astros. The Rays are at .497, while the Astros are the top team at .550. So you'd obviously look at the Astros, and in this particular case, I got a feeling that the Astros are going to be extremely high priced, and also their pitching rotations come in. So either way, this is actually, in my opinion, probably going to be either an unofficial play or a complete pass, because the Astros are going to be so expensive. And then if you look at who's coming up in the rotation, like I was talking about earlier with the probable pitchers, if Verlander or one of those guys are coming up, they're going to be very expensive. So this is probably going to be an unofficial or complete pass, according to whichever one you feel like. That's all of what could be official plays and the actual official plays. Now we'll go over the unofficial plays for the week. Now, as far as unofficial plays, we did just talk about the two games that potentially could be official, unofficial, or even a pass. We'll just have to keep up on what those prices are coming out. The only other 3-game series that's starting up today is the White Sox at the Indians, and I honestly think this is going to be a complete pass as well. Today, the White Sox are at .443 and in the bottom 3, while the Indians are at .502. And if you look at the price, it's at $250, $260. It's really high. And also, you got Kluber coming up in the 3rd game of this series, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that's going to be a pass completely. That's not even going to be an unofficial play. As far as 4-game series, there's only one the first half of the week this time, and it is the Mets at the Rockies. Now, this did not meet RPI. The Mets are at actually .498. The Rockies are at .494, so therefore it's a complete pass as well. So there's no unofficial 4-game series, and right now we're looking at 2 passes on the 3-game series and 1 that could potentially be an unofficial with Chicago Cubs. So that is it for today. Now, as far as tomorrow, there are 3 new series starting up. Then there is potential for 1 revenge play. It's going to be a stretch. It is Baltimore at the Nationals, so I don't think that's even going to come close on RPI. But other than that, the 2 other series are Boston at the Twins and Seattle at New York. Now, that Seattle and New York series should be a really good baseball series if you're just looking for something to watch, and there potentially, obviously, is a spot there for us to have play. So we'll just have to watch that and see how it comes out tonight and the RPI for tomorrow. That's everything that's starting up. There is a handful, I believe 4 2-game series that are either starting up today or tomorrow, leading into 4-game series on Thursday. With that said, if you look at the schedule today, you'll see that the Yankees and the Nationals are playing what looks like a doubleheader. It is not, and the reason I say that is because it is actually finishing up a game. I think there's 2.5, 3 innings left in the first game, and then they're playing a makeup game. So I'm going to pass on that as far as the whole doubleheader situation that we looked at earlier in the month and has been working for us pretty well. I just don't want to push it with that, and with it only being really around 12 innings that they're going to play today total, I don't, they're tied up right now, I believe in the 6th or the 7th for the first game. Then they'll turn around a couple hours later and play the 2nd game. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass on that one. We've got the 4 official plays. There is potential for at least 1 more play. So I'm just going to go ahead and call it there and say, move forward and look towards tomorrow and the rest of the week. Thank you all for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow morning.
60% of the time, it works.